The line theory. The line theory is a very interesting theory. So the time frame where the line theory appears must be on monthly, weekly, daily, and H4. So let us look at the first part. So the Tenkan MT. What I call the Tenkan MT what I call the Tenkan MT is that when Tenkan is bended to the upside like this, and the price is creating red pullback above the Tenkan MT, above Tenkan without the price even touching Tenkan, right? At this level. So the price that is above Tenkan without the Tenkan being touched. So empty at the top of Tenkan without, what did I say there? The empty space above Tenkan on the red pull back candles. You go and enter on 15-minute SSB. So if you are, for example, on 4 hour, the price are at the top of Tenkan in the void, right after a ticket cross. So what you will be doing, so I'll do 4 hour or daily. Go on TS1, so on M15 or H1, and enter on SSB. Generally, at this time, H1 ticket cost or H4 ticket is very wide and the price remain in ticket without touching Kijun. Okay. And the price remain inside the space between Tenkan and Kijun without touching Kijun. So here is what I'm meaning. What I mean is that, let us take this case for example. On daily, when Tenkan is bended to the upside on daily like this, right? All until all toward the upside till we touch till the candle touch Tenkan. During this period, the daily has been created, the red pullback this way, right? The red pullback after HV breaker. So what you will be doing is that you go, since you are on daily, so you go on H1 and enter on SSB. So since you are on daily, you skip H4, you go on H1 and enter on SSB. So the time frame of entry and the time frame of the line theory, right? You do a time frame skipping by 2. So you have the time frame of the line theory, and then you do the time frame skipping by 2. So when you go on H1, you will be entering during that period on SSB. So you can enter on at the end of the red pullback candle on SSB. Yeah. on SSB here. Those are the places where you enter on SSB for a continuity to the upside. When the Tenkan daily is not touched by any candle and you are seeing red pullback breaking the V's. So that's the first element of the line theory. Because what I call line theory is that, right? Ishimoku has 4 lines that the price touches. Tenkan line, Kijun line, Tenkan line, SSA, SSB. But the problem is that, right? But the thing is that, right? Sometimes the candle doesn't even touch any of those lines and keep moving to the upside. So there is something that make the price keep moving to the upside, and it is the red pullback. So that red pullback is also for me inside the line theory, even if it's not a line, it's also inside the line theory, and you can make a judgment out of that. So that's all I wanted to say. So at above Tenkan on the MC, you have the red pullback. Enter on H1 SSB. Exactly. Enter on H1 SS or M15 SSB. So yeah. Now let us look at the Tenkan line. The Tenkan inverted. Tenkan inverted on touch is a strong support. The inverted Tenkan in H1 whose Tenkan candle did not touch the Tenkan inverted pointing toward the upside without the candle touching has not been exhausted. Therefore, the price will not go down again and it will serve as a good support. Let me talk to you about this one. This one is something that I see about the Tenkan line when Tenkan is inverted. So let's go on H4. No, it happened a lot on H1. It happened a lot on H1. Look for example. Sometimes, right, when you see Tenkan inverted here, this Tenkan inverted is not touched. It means that there is a lot of power of the price to go to the upside. So we are in H1. Tenkan inverted H1 is not touched by the price. It means that the price will really go to the upside very strongly. Even this one, see, it means that there is a lot of power to the upside. Tenkan inverted is not touched by the price. Tenkan got touched only after the TK cross. It means that there is a lot of power. So sometimes don't be scared that, oh, Tenkan is not touched, Tenkan inverted is not touched. Where do I enter? That's just a meaning that the movement to the upside will be very strong toward the upside, right? And you will see that other time Tenkan inverted is not touched, and the price come back and touch that zone where Tenkan inverted is not touched, and then goes to the upside. It's just because there is a lot of power for the price to go to the upside, right? That is the realization. Like given this one, when there is a lot of power, Tenkan inverted is not touched. Tenkan get touched only after TK cross far below there. It means that there is a lot of power to the downside. So don't be surprised. Even this one, Tenkan inverted is not touched during the reversal. During the reversal, it means that there is a lot of power for the price to go to the upside, and you should be happy about seeing that. You should not be like, oh, I don't know what is happening. What do I do? Oh, I'm lost. Oh, somebody come and help me. No, don't do that. So you should be happy. Now, for the second Tenkan is that the setup 1, 2, 3 will create a V breaker, and then the setup 3, 4, 5 will not V breaker certainly. So what I mean by that is that, right, if Tenkan is bended to the upside like this, right, the price move toward the upside this way. The price move to upside, touch Kijun, Tenkan first time, create a V breaker, touch Tenkan second time, create a V breaker, touch Tenkan third time. The third time will create a V breaker, certainly. Fourth time will not create a V breaker. And then fifth time will start bending the market to the downside. That's how the Tenkan line work. So the first touch, second touch, third touch are creating V breakers. So you can actually take profit up there. But the fourth time, the fourth setup, the fifth setup may not create the V breaker. There are sometimes the fourth setup create the V breaker, but it's so rare. Even the fifth time, it's so rare. Most of the time, the fourth and the fifth touch create the reversal indication. So let's look at it on the chart. Let's look at this one. You have a first Tenkan touch here, second Tenkan touch, right? First Tenkan touch create a V breaker. Second Tenkan touch doesn't create a V breaker. The price only goes above Tenkan. Third Tenkan touch, what does it do us? It create a V breaker. Fourth Tenkan touch, no V breaker because it's already almost late. Fifth Tenkan touch, no V breaker also. So you have fourth and fifth. That doesn't create any V breaker. But the third one created a V breaker. That is a common pattern with Tenkan. I think you are already used to that. Let us look at this uptrend. You have first Tenkan touched, second Tenkan touched, third Tenkan touched, fourth Tenkan touched. Yeah, yeah, right. You see that the fourth Tenkan touch create a V breaker. The first Tenkan touch created a V breaker too. The fifth Tenkan touch here created a V breaker. This is the fifth Tenkan touch that created a V breaker here. But the Tenkan touch number 6, no V breaker. 7, no V breaker, right? And then the price move down to Kijun. So you see two type of theory. It means that from fourth, in general, you don't have any V breaker because it's not always that you have a strong impulse like this. It's not like all of the time. So let's now talk about the Kijun line. The Kijun line, the Kijun line, you have three type of Kijun. You have the Kijun inverted before the cloud, the Kijun normal, and the KSB. Okay. So let me give you some explanation about the line theory for Kijun, first of all. For the Kijun line, the explanation is that Kijun and VS relationship on the left. When the price touches Kijun without touching the left of the resistance, it will be rise at to the top of Kijun or Tenkan, then fall back to the bottom of Kijun to touch the left resistance. This is inevitable. Okay. That what I'm just about to show you is a little bit rare, so I will not show you with the chart. If the price move to the upside and then move to the upside again like this, and then Kijun is somewhere at this level, right? Kijun is somewhere here, and then the price comes and touch Kijun, right? Without touching this resistance on the left. this resistance on the left. The price come and touch Kijun. The price touches Kijun without touching this resistance on the left. The price will be forced to go down again below Kijun and touch that resistance before going up. But it is so rare that I have to, I think it's only on live trading that I can show you this one. So now Kijun and various relationship too. When the price touches Kijun one time, Kijun for the first time and simultaneously touch the, and at the same time to touch the left resistance, at Kijun first touch, the price will, at Kijun one, the price first of all rise until it touch Kijun or Tenkan at the top, then falls down, then the price will always fall slightly below Kijun 1 and create a Kijun 2 and then rise again. This is how Kijun is working. It can do it 3 times in a row until Kijun 3 drop slightly below Kijun 2 or at the same level. Okay, let me explain to you the everything that I just said there. What I just said, is that right? Here is Kijun, for example. Oh my God. Here is Kijun, right? And when the price rise is rising to the upside. When the price is rising to the upside. Kijun first touched, right? Will make that the price goes to the upside. Then this price will not go and break even. Then Kijun will go back touching himself. The price will touch Kijun again for the second time. And then the price can go and create a break even. Then now there's another possibility. Kijun goes and get touched again for the first time. Then the price goes above Kijun. Then Kijun is touched for the second time. Then the price goes a little bit above Kijun again. Then Kijun is touched for the third time. But that third time, it creates a low below the low of the second touch. Then the price now moves to the upside and create a V breaker. So at that time, Tenkan is basically moving to the upside, then moving down like this. After that, Tenkan move again to the upside, then move down, and then move again to the upside. Okay. So that's the type of movement that you have. So you have like first time Kijun touched, yeah. Second time Kijun touched, that is below the first time. Like when Kijun is touched for the first time, in the Kijun line, the price will go above Kijun, touching Tenkan, then go back down, right? And then the second time Kijun is touched, it goes below, the price goes below the low of the first time. And then after that, that's when, after the second time, that you can see then when you can see V breaker above. So you also have first Kijun touch here, right? And then the price goes a little bit above the line Kijun. Then second Kijun touched, that is below the low of the first time. Then the price goes a little bit above. Then third Kijun touched. Then after the third Kijun touch, the price now go and create a V breaker. A V breaker. It means that it's not directly at the first Kijun touch that the price touches. The reason why Kijun is working like that is because Kijun is a deep correction. Kijun is a deep correction. You need to understand that the most important thing in trading is that when the price goes to the upside like this, and there is a zone here, the question, the price, the main question for a trader is that when the zone is touched, will the price go directly and create a V breaker at the first touch, or the price can go back, can go inside the zone and start creating lower lows, low lows that are very low before going at the top and create a V breaker? Like, will it be the first touch that create the V breaker, or will it be that the price will keep moving down inside the zone before going up and create the V breaker? Which touch of the zone will create the V breaker? So the Kijun line is literally getting touched many more than one time, and rarely one time, more than one time, like 70% of the time. 70% of the time, you have like minimum two touches of the Kijun line before the V breaker is created. So let us look at it on a real chart. Let's look at it on a real chart. Let's look at all Kijun. Look at this Kijun. Kijun is touched here, right, by this candle. And then the price moved above Tenkan, right? We are on daily. For this Kijun inverted to the downside, Kijun is touched here, then the price moved below Tenkan. That's the first time touched, and it works. So there is no problem. Now let's look at this one. Let's look at this one from this place. In this place, Kijun is touched for the first time here. The price move above Kijun, right? And doesn't go above Tenkan. Then the price go down, touch Kijun for the second time, just below the first Kijun touch, and then to take profit. Yeah. And then the price move above Kijun here at this level. Then the price go down again below Kijun for the third time. Then the price then creates, goes above Tenkan. So what you can realize is that, right, Kijun can be touched one times, two times, three times before he actually move and rise to the upside. Here, Kijun is even touched the fourth time here, and then goes above Tenkan, right? So you can have literally all of these Kijun touch many times below before the price even go to the upside. So that's a little bit what I'm trying to explain. Let us continue reading. The Kijun take profit isn't long if it is blocked by a high time frame setup. After Kijun 1, 2, 3, what I call Kijun 1, 2, 3 is the fact that Kijun is touched three times like this before it creates this high. So after Kijun 1, 2, 3, Kijun take profit on the V breaker and often as long as the inverted Tenkan, because reaching Kijun is often the end of a trend. It depends on the situation, but it happens a lot when there is another Kijun at the top on the V breaker on higher time frame. So what I'm explaining there is that most of the time when the price touches Kijun, it's after a long uptrend like this, So we are already at the end of the trend, where the trend is about to go down, like to reverse, right? So so the take profit will not necessarily be big, like you can aim a long take profit there, because sometimes Kijun is just the end of the trend, just at the end of the trend. It's not like Tenkan is the beginning of the trend. Even though this Kijun has been touched here, and this Kijun created a long move, but many Kijuns like this one, these ones on the future, like this one on the future, don't create a big movement. That's a little bit what I'm trying to say. So bullish KSB and Kijun in the cloud and TK fusion. When the Kijun when Kijun is in the cloud and the price has already hit SSB 1, 2, 3 times, Kijun in the cloud, the price has already hit SSB 1, 2, 3 times. It's gone up above Kijun, but Kijun is in the cloud. So even if the price is up in the white void and Kijun is still inside the green cloud, then the price will retrace down in a pullback and below Kijun, and sometimes even touching SSB. So let me explain to you that it's something simple. So it is this scenario when the price has already touched SSB, and then the price moved to the upside and the price is at this level, and then Kijun is inside the cloud with Tenkan, so the price will go down, the price will drop because Kijun and Tenkan are still inside the cloud. Because when the price is at this present moment here, this one is a sell that can go down and touch SSB again. So generally, when the price hits Kijun, it will first break the wick of Tenkan setup 234 downward. When the price touches Kijun, it will break the wick of Tenkan setups. Exactly. Look for example this. Look for example at this level. When the price were rising, Tenkan, this Tenkan has been touched, this Tenkan has been touched, this Tenkan has been touched 3 times. And when this Tenkan, this Kijun is touched for the first time, it has break the wicks of the 3 Tenkan touch on the left, 1, 2, 3. Those wicks has been broken when this Kijun has been touched. You get it? That's what I'm saying. Kijun is fairly deep, a deep retracement, so there will be reversal 1, 2, 3 bounce before the price goes up for a V breaker. What I'm saying there is that Kijun is quite a deeper retracement. So when you see a Kijun touch like this one, since it's a deep retracement, like deeper than Tenkan, Kijun will be touched 1 time, go to the upside. Let me do another example. Let me do this example instead. Since Kijun is a deep retracement, Kijun will be touched 1 time, goes up, then Kijun will be touched by the price first time, then go above the Kijun, then second time, go above again Kijun, then third time. It is at the third time that is the third Kijun touch that will create a V breaker here above. That's what I'm explaining here. So Kijun must be touched many times before it creates a V breaker. But as long as the Tenkan is tilted toward Kijun, is bended toward Kijun, the bounce of Tenkan continue. What I mean is that, right? if we touch Kijun the first time like this, and Tenkan is still bended to the downside, then when the price goes up, goes toward the upside, the price will bounce also on Tenkan like this, one time at least before going toward the upside. Like, let us take this case. In this case, for example, Kijun is touched for the first time here, then goes above Tenkan, but Tenkan is still bended to the downside. So Tenkan will be touched again. This Kijun, like the price will come and bounce off over Tenkan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So then, and the price can even reach SSA and SSB as long as Tenkan is bended toward Kijun, then cross Kijun and create a KSB. So what I am saying there is that what I'm saying there is that when Kijun is touched here for the first time, then Kijun is and Tenkan is still bended to the downside, right? If Tenkan keep bending to the downside like this, the price will finally touch SSA, yeah, or even touch SSB. That's all I'm saying. If Tenkan stay bended to the downside, like this one, Kijun is touched at this level, but Tenkan is keep bending to the downside. So there's a probability that SSA got touched by the price if Tenkan stays bended to the downside like this one. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So even with Kijun embedded during a reversal, the first Kijun touch often has been hit 2 or 3 times, and the wick get back downward and the S. What do I call by S? What the hell? So I do not finish reading this one. So let's keep reading. So generally, when the price hit Kijun, it will first break the wick of the Tenkan setup 2, 3, 4, 5 downward. Kijun is a fairly deep retracement, so there will be several bounce on the price. 1, 2, 3 till the price goes to the V breaker. Okay. Then, but as long as Tenkan is stated downward towards Kijun, The bounce of Tenkan continue. Okay. And, and the price can even reach SSA, SSB as long as Tenkan is tilted toward Kijun. Then crossing Kijun and create a KSV. Even if Kijun inverted, even with Kijun inverted during reversal, setup 1 often has been hit 1, 2, 3 times and the airs get back downward. Okay, and the wicks. Anyway. The bounce setup 1 doesn't V break directly. As long as Tenkan is going down toward Kijun, there will be a Kijun setup 2 without a V breaker, which will break at the bottom of the wick of Kijun 1. Why is it translating back of the wick? So you need to buy one Kijun 1 with each setup, but initially take profit just above the Kijun and maximum at the Tenkan inverted, and expect the price to hit Kijun a second time. The target is still right above Kijun or Tenkan reverses, like they take profit even on the second Kijun touch. It's even the third time that the target will be the break even. Specifically, setup 1 grace the wick and goes up a little. Okay, anyway. So let me explain to you what I just said, because for the moment I'm the only one understanding what I said. So what I'm saying is that, right? When Kijun is touched the first time here, right? What you need to do is that you take your entry at the Kijun first time touch, and we are on a daily Kijun, and then you place your maximum take profit just above Kijun on Tenkan, because generally the first touch of Kijun doesn't break directly the V breaker. So when the price goes above Kijun on daily like this, you can even put a break even, your trade in break even, because the trade will arrive at Tenkan, then go down and touch Kijun again the second time, and the trade will even break below the low of this first Kijun touch, and then at the second time now, you can now take the entry and let the price go to the take profit. So that's the general behavior. And also, you have now another type of behavior. Another type of behavior is when also you have that 3 times. Like, first of all, the price touches Kijun for the first time, and now that your take profit must be just above Kijun, not even Tenkan, just above Kijun. That's where you need to put your take profit. So you enter here, and then you put your take profit just above Kijun, like the price will just cross above Kijun. And we are on a daily time frame, remember. So for the second Kijun touch, the second Kijun touch can come and close below the low of the first Kijun touch, like close below here. So what you need to do is that for the second Kijun touch, you do the same thing. You enter at this level, but you place your take profit just above Kijun, because you are not yet ready to go and go do the break even. That is your first mindset. First mindset of the take profit, place the take profit above Kijun. Don't even argue with that, because Tenkan is still bended toward the downside, you see. So there's no instantaneous uptrend now. But the third Kijun touch here, for example, generally you will see that the third Kijun touch, even if it breaks below the second Kijun touch, goes goes and break the V breaker, right? So that's how you need to think. That's how you need to think. So for the first entry, go on break even as soon as Kijun, the price goes above Kijun, go on break even. You break even. For the second Kijun touch, do the same thing. When the price is above Kijun daily, go on break even. For the third one, you can actually let it go. So let us now look at it. Let's now look at it on daily. Let's take this case for example. In 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 some case, you will see Kijun daily hit one time, and then the first Kijun daily directly break the V breaker, right? It does the V breaker, no problem. Even it can the first touch can directly go and break the V breaker here. So I have no you need to just be aware that even the first touch can do the V breaker because it happened also that way. But but what you need to understand is that the most case that happen most of the time is that right when the price touches the junior for the first time, then the price will go up, and then your take profit must be at this level because at just above Kijun because the price has the ability to come and touch back Kijun the second time, right? And then it rise again back to the upside, and it doesn't go. The price when it rise above Kijun, it doesn't even go above Tenkan, and then comes again and touch Kijun for the third time. Then it rise above. Then it come again and touch Kijun for the fourth time. Then it goes toward the upside. The price also touched here for the fifth time. So it's after that fifth time that the V breaker has been broken, right? The V breaker has been broken by the price. So that's why I'm telling you that this is a daily time frame. Your mindset must be to enter at the first Kijun touch and at the second Kijun touch, but the take profit must be just above Kijun, just above Kijun, and maximum the Tenkan inverted. That's why I place it as an idea. Yeah, the entry and the take profit. So the entry for Kijun, for example, where we are now on daily, you can enter directly on Kijun setup one or on Kijun setup two, just at a Kijun setup that is lower than where the wick is the second setup, where the wick of the second setup is the second touch is below the wick of the first one or on SSB. But the take profit will be first of all just above Kijun, then at the Tenkan inverted, then maximum at the V breaker. So let us look at another case. You see, for this case, for example, Kijun has been touched here for the first time, and then it has even gone up till SSA, right? So sometimes Kijun even got broken and go to SSA before SSA make the price go and create this V breaker. So let's look at Kijun again. Look at this Kijun, for example. This Kijun first touch, right, has been created here, isn't it? And that have also created that first touch of Kijun has created this V breaker. The second touch of Kijun also created a V breaker here, right? But after the first one created a V breaker. But now the third touch of Kijun didn't create a V breaker. So that's why I'm saying that like generally, Kijun will not create a V breaker directly at the first touch, right? So you need to be just aware of that. Just be aware that Kijun will not create a V breaker at the first touch all of the time. Look for example at this one. This is an inverted Kijun, like Kijun inverted here. You can enter on the first touch, second touch. This is the first touch of Kijun, right? If you enter here, your take profit will just be at the bottom below Kijun this way. That will be your first one, okay? Your first entry. But the second Kijun touch is also there. And then your take profit is just always below Kijun. The third Kijun touch is there. And the take profit is now all up until the V breaker. There is even a fourth Kijun touch. So that is all to just tell you that it's not because you just took a first June touch that you will need to, you will think that you will directly create a V breaker like this one or this one, right? You need to take the most complicated case and do your plan with it. So let's look at this one. Look at this one. This Kijun has been touched here, right? Then the price went down at the bottom of Kijun. Then the price went to the upside again, touched the second time. Then the price went down at the bottom. Then the price touched the third time. Then the price went down at the bottom of Kijun. Then the price touched the fourth time, like it came even breaking. The fourth time came and broke the second time. That's just because this one has it is a reversal. But if you say that you will be selling those Kijun, your first take profit. My point of this Kijun line theory is that your first take profit must be below the Kijun line. First take profit. That's why I'm saying that just above the Kijun line or just below the Kijun line. Let's look at this one. No, it's okay. Let's look at this one. During this upturn, right? What happened is that Kijun has been touched here for the first time, and then he has above Tenkan. Then he went back down, touched Kijun for the second time. Then he rised just above Kijun. Then he went back down just below the second week touched. So that's why I'm saying that when you take the first Kijun touch like this and then you buy it on daily, go on break even quicker. Go on break even when the price has passed above Kijun or above Tenkan. Just go and break even because the second Kijun touch will happen. Because most of the time the second Kijun touch happen. And your first take profit must always be just above. Don't aim too much above Tenkan. Because the thing is that Tenkan is bended toward the downside all over this Kijun that has been touched. So you cannot be aiming a V breaker or above Tenkan too easily because Tenkan doesn't give you the strength to go to the upside. Now, it's only from this period, yeah, that Tenkan is going to the upside. Same case here. Kijun is touched one time, take profit just below Kijun. Kijun is touched second time, take profit just below Kijun. Kijun is touched third time, take profit just below Tenkan, and then the market reverse. Then Kijun is touched one time, and this one time created a V breaker directly. So that's idea. That's the idea of how the Kijun line work on, like the Kijun line work. First time touch, take profit just above Kijun. Second line touch, take profit just above Tenkan. Then this one is a reversal. It's normal that the price go down because Tenkan is bended toward the downside. Same thing here. Kijun is touched for the first time, right? This one, the take profit is even before Kijun is touched again. Then it creates a sort of red pullback above Kijun, then the price continue down. So now, let me eat a banana. I really need to eat a banana. Oh, I need some sugar. Let me eat a banana. So to get a little bit the point, you have here first Kijun touch, the price take profit below Tenkan and Kijun. Second Kijun touch, so like take profit is below, creating the V breaker. Third Kijun touch, fourth Kijun touch at the same time, create another V breaker. That's how this line works. What should I tell you again? That's how the line works. Example, Kijun H4. The price hits Kijun, that is bended toward the upside. We know the price will break his V breaker, will be touched one or two times without touching SSA sometime. Therefore, this must be seen on 15-minute H1 buying. What did I try to say there? Okay, I wanted to say there that Tekijun will be touched one or two times without touching SSA. And and this must be seen on 15 minutes before buying. So what must you see on 15 minutes when Kijun is touched? You need to see go on 15 minutes and see Kijun SSA cost. And on Tenkan you must, and on H1 you must have Tenkan sinking upward right after the bearish transition. Bending. What is the word sinking? Sinking is a bending upward, right? Right after the bearish transition after this. But what did I even try to say? Okay. Let me show you what I tried to say. I tried to inform you about or to instruct you. That's not the information, that's instructions. Hyper elite instructions. If when Kijun goes toward the upside like this on H, on let us say daily, on daily, right? And then the price come and touch Kijun here for the first time. It can even touch the second time. What I'm saying is that the best time to buy Kijun is that you go on H1, right? So you will be having like daily H4, H1, 15 minutes. So what you will be doing is that 15 minutes. What you'll be doing is that you do a time frame skipping. By one, you go on H1. Sorry, you see this one is a Kijun H4, right? You see Kijun on H4. What you need to see on H1 will be Tenkan going up, right? When Tenkan goes toward the upside. And on 15 minutes, you need to see the cross between SSA like this and Kijun. SSA and Kijun, that is KSR, KSA. That's the KSA cross. That's the best moment to buy a Kijun H4. So you will be doing the TS1 and the TS2 method. So let us go and look at it on the chart. If we take, for example, let me see at this level. Is it right here? This is for Kijun, right? This is for Kijun, right? When Tenkan start bending toward the upside at this level, or at this level too, it's the right moment to start buying this Kijun, this Kijun. And on 15 minutes, when SSA crosses with Kijun here, on 15 minutes, when SSA crosses with Kijun here, is the best time, even here. SSA crossing with Kijun toward the upside. It's the best time to buy a Kijun. Best moment. Because it has a strong power. So let's take maybe on another pair. Let's go on another pair. Oh, my voice is coming out very well. Let's take, for example, this Kijun. How to sell this Kijun, right? Let me take this Kijun too. Let me also take another Kijun. I think this one. Let me take this one too. This one too. Okay, let me take those Kijun. So on H1, you must see Tenkan bending down like this to start selling, right? So you will be selling from this point, from this candle at that level on H1. Even here, you must see Kijun going up, Tenkan bending up for this Kijun one. On H1, you must see Tenkan bending up. On this other one also too, Tenkan bending down on H1. And on 15 minutes, what you must see to start selling this Kijun, right, is Kijun and SSA crossing down each other on 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Kijun on SS and SSA crossing down each other. Kijun and SSA, yeah, crossing toward the downside. That's when you can start saying that, okay, let us sell this Kijun. It is the best indication for you to start selling. Even this one, for you to start buying this one, Kijun and SSA crossing upward at this level. Then you start buying those candles, right? Best moment. Don't even play with it. Even this one, Kijun and SSA crossing downward at this level. Then start selling this Kijun. It's very, 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 very well working. Okay. So now let us look at SSA and SSB. So SSA and SSB explanation. First of all, for SSA. SSA is often caused and go to SSB, but sometimes SSA send the price toward the upside. What I mean is that, right? Most of the time when you have SSA like this, oh shit first. Most of the time when you have SSA like this, right? SSB like this. Most of the time when the price come and touch SSA, it get broken down and it touch directly SSB. But rarely SSA hold the price like this and make the price go toward the upside. So this is the common pattern of SSA. SSA is some type of weak resistance, a weak support of the price. So SSA, now to enter an SSA, you can enter on SSA setup 1 or setup 2 at the bottom of setup 1, and you take profit just at the empty space above SSA, and or take profit at the Tenkan or Kijun above the SSA. Those Tenkan and Kijun are bended toward looking at SSA. So what I mean is SSA also has the property of Kijun. Like when the price touches SSA the first time, right? It will not directly create a V breaker this way. No, it will not directly create a V breaker. A V breaker. The price will go above SSA, then go back down below SSA the second time. Then after the second time, then the price can create the V breaker, right? Because SSA is also a zone. It's also a zone. So your first step profit when you buy SSA must be just the space above SSA, right? Okay, that's what you must put in mind. And then your take profit, the second take profit will be Tenkan or Kijun bending down like this above SSA. That's your second take profit. Because when a price touches SSA, it means that the correction on TK cross has already happened. So let's look at it directly on chart. Let me take this SSA. This SSA has been touched here, first of all, one time. For the first time, then the price went above SSA, then touched the second time, then the price went toward the upside and broke the V breaker. So what you must do for the first SSA touch when you enter, and we are on daily here, you aim first of all just above SSA as a take profit, like this. But the second touch of SSA, you can aim a V breaker. Let us look at it here again. Look, for example, SSA has been touched here for the first time. Then the price went above here at this candle. Then SSA is touched for the second time. Then the price went just above SSA. Then SSA is touched again for the third time. Yeah. Then the third time created a V breaker at this point. So it's the same thing like Kijun. SSA line has the same property like Kijun, right? Like Kijun. That's how you need to also think. Even this one, right? So let's look at SSB. SSB often has two to four bounces before they create the V breaker appear, because SSB is a very deep retracement. The price on the setup 2 will break the bottom of the setup 1 week, the price can go on to the void before it starts to rise. So the entry on SSB will be the setup 1 or the setup 2 below the week of the setup 1, and the take profit will just be just above SSB or Tenkan in the cloud tilted toward SSB or the V breaker. So let me go on the SSA. Let me go on the SSA. On SSB. Sorry. So what I said is that right? When the price dropped, I was waiting for this course to show you something about USDGPY. During holidays in Japan, we had this drop of the big candle. This week has been created. That's the first SSB touch. Then the price moved up till this point. That would have been your first take profit. Then the second touch of SSB has happened here. That's the second SSB touch, and then the price move up until this point. That's the second take profit. So the take profit is just above the SSB line. It's not even on Kijun. The first take profit is also above the line. Then the price touched again now for the third time, and it creates this take profit on Kijun. You see that now the take profit is on Kijun. Then the price went down, created this fourth touch. That fourth touch that went below all of the 3 previous weeks. And the take profit of this one is on just above the SSB line. And then you have the fifth touch here, right? And then it's the fifth touch that we have now. That is creating that's almost close to a V breaker. So that's how you need to think about SSB. The first take profit is always just above the SSB line. The second take profit is the TK above SSB, just the TK inside the cloud. That's the two take profit that I wanted to show you. So you also have it at this level, right? You also have the same behavior here. First SSB touched, first take profit just above the SSB line. Second SSB touch that is below the first one, take profit just above the SSB line. Third SSB line, and then take profit just on Kijun. Take profit just on Kijun, right? That is how this SSB work. And it does that many times and many times. You will rarely see a SSB that is touched only one time. First touch of SSB, take profit just above the line. Second touch of SSB, just the weakness below the other one. Take profit now, that create a V breaker. And you will see it many times. First touch of SSB. This one went directly and touched Kijun, Tenkan and Kijun. But then you had this second touch after that created now this V breaker. So that's how you use the line theory. So it means what? It means that, for example, let us look at if we can have a current Kijun or SSA or any line on Ishimoku. For example, on Bitcoin, we are Saturday today, and okay, you can say that this price will come on Kijun here, touch Kijun, go below Kijun, then touch again Kijun, and then before it keeps going to the downside, because Kijun will stay horizontal like this. So you can actually do that future scenario prediction. Like we will have the first Kijun touched at this level, then the first take profit, you just place it below, then the second Kijun touch here, and then you can take profit here. Or you can even increase till SSA before we have a V breaker, till SSA touch before we have a V breaker. That's how you can actually think now. That's how you think That's how you think, because it happened on every pairs and on any. That's how the lines work. That's what we need to remember. Then now let us go to the next theory, that is the theory of entries and stop loss.